this is Derek, and this is a preview of iNaturalist. I'm going to be looking into how you can make an observation with iNaturalist. iNaturalist is an app for kind of crowdsourcing identification of plant and animal species, and you can upload stuff to the web. iNaturalist will identify the content and make your data available for researchers. So I'm here on the main screen, and you can see that I've made 0 observations of 0 species and have had 0 identifications. So I'm starting from scratch. If I hit the plus sign here, it tells me that I have a couple of different options. I can record a sound, which is kind of cool. So if I hear a bird singing in the air or something like that, I can do that. I can choose a sound that I pre-recorded. I can take a photo, or I can choose an image of something I've already taken. And I'm going to do that option. So I'm going to upload a picture of a butterfly that I saw over the summer last year, or no, earlier this summer. I have no idea what kind of butterfly it is beyond the fact that it is a butterfly. But if I click in here, it does a species search. And I assume that this is happening with machine learning. Wow, this is kind of amazing, actually. This is the first time I'm doing this. This is an eastern tiger swallowtail, according to this thing. And it looks this up both by its something that's visually similar. So there's machine learning going on here. But there's also the fact that other people have seen it nearby. So eastern tiger swallowtail, that looks pretty accurate to me. Canadian tiger swallowtail, western tiger swallowtail, all of these things look pretty similar in terms of their markings. I'm going to say that that's what it looks like. And you can see that it's an eastern tiger swallowtail. So I'm guessing that there's going to be a verification process involved here. Now, I don't have to select anything. I could just say it's an insect or a bird. So that tells me that there's a bit of a review process going on. It took from the photo itself all the metadata that's attached to it. So I took this photo back in July. It's currently December. And it grabbed that metadata straight from the image, including its lat long of where it was taken. Here I can choose the visibility. So open, that's publicly available. Private, that's just for me. And obscured, I don't know what that means. That's something to look into. Is it captive or cultivated? No. I saw this in the wild on one of my walks, and I can add it to a project. Now, at the moment, I don't have any projects, but assuming there are projects of like, let's map this area, or, let's see all the species in the park, I could add it there. So I'm going to hit enter. And now it is syncing my observation. You can see a little upload wheel. And I'm going to check in again after I get some more information back on this upload. I don't know how long that'll take, so we shall see. Maybe this video will end right here and now. But if it doesn't, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to resume the recording because I have an option to put in more data. So now my observation has been uploaded, and you can see my picture, the eastern tiger swallowtail, my assumption, we'll see if I'm right, with the location, and then it gives me a little bit more of a prompt. So I get this data quality gauge, and it says, yeah, I've passed casual grade, but how can I get to research grade? And it says that my observation needs more identifications from the community to become research grade status. So let's see what we can do here. Life stage. This is definitely an adult, or at least as far as I can tell. It's not a pupa. Let's see what other options there are. Oh, and look at this. There's an option to agree or disagree. So even when a community member makes an assessment, others can sort that data. That's kind of cool. There's sex, male or female. No idea how to tell that. Alive or dead. I can say this was alive. And great. So we've done a little bit more to tag this thing. Now, other people can leave a comment. Interesting. Yes, I want to discard my comment. And we can fave a conversation. Interesting. All right. Well, oh, and look at this. If I click in on it further, that's interesting. That color pattern looks a little bit different from mine. It gives me a little bit up more about the animal in question. And here's a whole bunch of other pictures. That's cool. Okay, that looks more like mine. It is a species of swallowtail butterfly native to eastern North America. So the most familiar butterflies in the eastern United States, where it is common in many different habitats. Ah, cool. And you get a range of where it's available. Cool. Is there other places in the world? No, it's not giving me that. Yeah, most of them are found in adult stage. That's interesting. And then there's more information on iNaturalist.org. Okay, now here I'm being booted over to the website, and this isn't a mobile responsive version, which is interesting to me. But it looks like the same data is presented. Here, though, I get to see other people making observations. There's a leaderboard. Okay. So why don't I go back to this app and look a little bit more into what's going on. I'm going to click on Explore. And now I'm going to be sharing my location. I'm in Vernon, Connecticut. And it looks like, wow, in this area, there's a whole bunch of activity. I had no idea that this app existed. And yet, it looks to be quite popular. So I'm going to zoom into a given area and look at the observations found here. So I can click on one, and there are plant observations. Interesting. Can I look at this in the list view? Yeah, okay. So here are pictures of things that people have taken. Is that? Yep, someone took a picture of a bear in their backyard. That's fantastic. And this is September 27th. I'm recording this in December 2020. So this is not that far away. I am going to say that this is an alive bear. So here's my contribution to the world. Doesn't look dead to me. Very interesting. Cool. So I guess that's the appeal of this thing. You, as a user, can upload a picture and learn a little bit more about the thing that you are observing. It gives you a guess based off of what animals or plants are nearby and what other people have observed, and using some sort of machine learning process that takes a guess based off of your picture. And, you can benefit from that just by yourself saying, hey, I saw this pine tree spur-throated grasshopper, which is fine, which is lovely. But that data also is available to other researchers, and anybody who wants to see what species are around or active in this area or sighted in this area will be able to benefit from that knowledge. This is called community research. And the idea that people can come together and crowdsource knowledge to learn a little bit more about their world and help others learn a little bit more about their world, that's really cool to me. So I'm going to end this video here because it doesn't seem likely that we will see more feedback on our own post, but so far I think iNaturalist is pretty groovy. Thanks.